So this is a new thing that he did? Let me see this.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I had to take a minute to run for mayor. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Oh my god.
In West Los Angeles, Palisades, in my backyard is where I spent most of my days. Feeding hummingbirds, relaxing all cool, avoiding all the bums outside of the school. When a couple politicians who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fire, my mom got scared and said, "You're moving in with Harvey Levin in Bel Air."
Is this the first? Oh god. Wow.
I pulled out from my lot about 7 or 8 and I yelled to the rubble, "Yo ho, smell you later." I moved to my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
Man. This guy, by the way, I have to show you guys this. It's so good. Can I find the interview that they did with this guy? No, that's just... What the fuck, bro? Like, god damn, that's a caveman. Okay, is this it? Let me see if I...
50,000 employees of the city of Los Angeles here who had none,
No, this isn't it. I want to see...
It made it seem...
Mayor Bass
Yeah,
burned
watch this. This is crazy.
The campaign ad certainly made it seem that you were living in that trailer. It was a high point of the commercial, but you're at the Hotel Bel Air. So kind of undo that for us.
No, to be clear, that is where, excuse me, that is where I live. That's where Karen Bass, Mayor Bass, burned down my house. That is where I will live until I have a new house. The Airstream is a temporary facility. A hotel is a temporary facility. Where my kids are in Santa Barbara right now is a temporary housing. This is where I live as this is where they burned my house down. So this semantic...
So they were playing games with him, and he said, "Fuck you, I'll call in and explain it myself."
So the nuance of this is the consequences of their failed leadership. And again, I don't live at the Hotel Bel Air. I don't live in the Airstream. I don't live in the Santa Barbara. I don't have a house. They burned it down. That is why I got into this race, because of these people that will burn your house down and act like it's no problem. So this idea that anyone's like, "Oh, he's at a hotel." I'm at a hotel because these psychopaths are messaging me every day. They're gonna kill me because Nithya Raman is calling me a fascist because I don't want people to have their kids next to drug addicts at the park or stepping in human poop when you get your matcha. I have common sense. That's not fascism. So
I really like this guy. I gotta tell you, I really like this guy.
these psychos here, I'm a fascist, and then they literally, like, if you would like to see the death threats, I can send them all offline where people are like, "I'm going to hire people to kill you." So yes, unfortunately, now I have a security team, and they will not, even if I wanted to stay in the Airstream, would let me, because there's 360 unobstructed views since there's no houses.
What
so
happened to the houses?
Snipe me out from any part from 300 yards away easily.
Spencer,
One sec. Not to mention, the Airstream, it took over a month for LADWP to connect a wire for electricity to it, which was 3 days ago. It took
There's no electricity for a month?
weeks to get the water hooked up, which was yesterday. So for these people that want to focus on where I sleep at night, first off, I don't even sleep. I get 4 hours of sleep because I'm fighting these corrupt freaking politicians all day long. You want to see my phone hours? I'll screenshot it. It probably says
Spencer,
19 hours.
I hear what you're saying, and on the symbolism of your ad, that because of the fire, that you don't have a home, and I get that. But there's something to the point where you say in the ad, this is where I live, while you're standing in front of a trailer. I think the reason that ad was so effective with voters is because you did draw this visual comparison of where the mayor lives, where Nithya Raman lives, and where you
Isn't this crazy? Wow.
live. So you're showing where they live, and then you're saying, this is where I live. Everyone saw that ad and thought, wow, Spencer Pratt has to live in that trailer because his house burned down.
I do, sir.
But
that is my house.
But
is
for the
my
last
house.
month and a half, you've been at the Bel Air Hotel.
I haven't been at the Bel Air Hotel.
You see what they do? They call this guy a fascist. He gets 1 million death threats. Then he can't live in the trailer that he was in before because now, you know, they could shoot him in the trailer. He has to live in a hotel. They're playing a story as if he's lying about this because, by the way, he wouldn't be living in the trailer or the hotel if his house wasn't burned down. This is it. So it's like this. So this is the kind of TMZ is so out of touch. It is simply it's. Trump is. I don't agree with Trump about a lot of things, right? But he's right about the news. He is. He's right about the news.
For more than 6 days in the last month. This is all public.
Right,
on my dates.
But that's where you've been staying. I know you may not have actually been in it.
No,
Dude.
I've been in Santa Barbara where the LA Times reported where I lived and doxed me. That is where I live, period. This is LA Times, this isn't breaking news. Even when the Airstream ad came out, the LA Times cover story is saying, no, Spencer Pratt lives in Santa Barbara. And I said, yes, thank you for doxing me. I tried to sue the LA Times for saying where I actually live.
But did you?
That's crazy. It's crazy they're going this hard on this guy. Oh my God. This is pissing me off. It's only halfway over.
But are you saying you live in that trailer?
I don't live anywhere is what I'm saying. I don't have a house. They burned it down, Harvey. I don't have a house.
But why not
Period.
say that? But Spencer, that would be really effective. Why not say that in the ad? I don't have a home.
You texted me today. I have never told anyone I lived in it. And yet in the ad you say, this is where I live.
This is my house. This is my property. There's nothing there, Harvey. It's dirt lot. I had to have it craned in to the lot. That's what people are. This is psycho. I only got on this live because I love you. But so last time I'm going to talk about this because the reason I am running is because they burned down 7,000 houses.
It's crazy that this douchebag reality TV star is just what they need. Like he just they can't get him. They can't get him. They're trying to get him. You can see that they're trying to get him.
This is where everyone lives. They don't not consider that their home just because it's a dirt lot, because it's an Airstream, a teepee, a tent. When you're a fire victim, this is where you live. They burn it down. This is where I always will live. People are missing the messaging of the consequences.
But Spencer, listen, I've known you for a long time.
Yes.
And you're a really smart guy. And you are all over these ads, which have been, honestly, they've been lauded by people who...
I also have to say, too, like, think about the fact that Spencer Pratt is using all of these AI ads and nobody's complaining. Think about that. Like, we don't really talk about this, right? But, like, he's using AI ads constantly now, and nobody's getting upset about it. Nobody's angry. And the reason why is because it's normal. It's normal. That's it. I told y'all.
Said these are, brilliant ads. Wasn't the point there, and I believe the trailer door was even open, wasn't the point to show, to telegraph to people that your body went inside that trailer night after night?
Right.
I mean, wasn't that the point of the ad?
No, the point of the ad is to show this is where they burned my house down. I have no house. This is their houses. They're fine. And this is where I live. This is where my town lives. This is our reality for the next 10 years, if we're lucky. That'll be there for the next 6 years. And I'll say, I live there. I live in the Palisades. I'm a registered...
This is why, like, this type of behavior is why it frustrates me so much that a lot of Republicans are not willing to take the low road. This is it. I get very frustrated because, like, I think that you could get so much done if you're willing to just do what you need to do, but they refuse to do that. It's very frustrating.
Voter to that address. I'm a Angelino. Even if my family and kids have to now go to school in Santa.
The GOP is not taking the low road. Not as low as I want them to go. Not where I want them to do. I'll tell you that. Not even close.
Barbara, I am Angelino. This is my town. This is where they burn me down. So I am on set with these lovely people at Interview Magazine, and I can't be just ranting all day, but I appreciate you. People can be all caught up in the nuance of where I live or where I don't. I'm running for mayor because these people will burn your house down, cover it up.
Spencer, the nuance is you being truthful to vote with voters.
I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. That is where I live. Period.
Okay.
Period. I don't need to sleep there every night. I don't need to go to the number 2 on that toilet. That is where I live. I am from the Palisades, Los Angeles, and I'm fighting for Los Angeles. So
okay, but just one final thing. Just to clarify, you have never physically lived in that trailer.
To clarify, I haven't lived anywhere since my house burned down.
Well, you're sleeping somewhere.
These are
for those 4 hours.
Again, I don't live anywhere. They burned my house down, to be clear. So I love you guys. You can,
all right.
You know, what we should be doing on TMZ is talking about the drug addicts that we spend $500 million that live on our sidewalk going number 2. This is great that this is the focus, but that's the reality. And if people care about this.
He's really good. He's really good at dealing with these people. This is crazy.
Right now, we're in so much trouble, and I'm going to do my best to try to save LA. But if people don't get out and vote because they want to feel safe, and that's what I'm fighting for people to feel safe and their tax money to literally go to making us safe and the people to get housed and people not to die on the street, that's the message. So this does not matter. That is where I live, period. And I'll live in LA as long as I have that dirt lot. The Airstream is imaginary to me. I live in that dirt, in my ashes. That's what I fight for. So I love you guys. Keep posting me. Please use better photos. God bless you.
Thanks, Spencer.
Thanks, Spencer.
Have a great day.
Jesus, bro. Jesus. I really like, I mean, that's really, this is the ad, by the way. They're so disingenuous. Like, I mean, this guy, he mogged them. He did. He absolutely fucking bulldozed them, completely mogged them. Oh my God.